Welcome, roller coaster gamers, to another what I think video. And this video, I think it's been a while since I've done what I think. So for this, it's gonna be a roller coaster I haven't ridden in many years. It's called Expedition Everest. It's at Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. I went there back in like 2012, I think. And yeah, I mean, Disney's fine and all. They have great theming, but most of their roller coasters and rides aren't the most thrilling. However, I really do like Rock and Roller Coaster, and I also like Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I like that ride. But for this, I'm gonna be reviewing Expedition G. I mean, not G-Force. I want to say Expedition G-Force because I'm so used to saying Expedition G-Force from Holiday Park in Germany. No, this is Expedition Everest. This is the not as whatever. So the not as good version. This ride is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a family coaster, but it's a above average family coaster, I'd say, because the theming is good and it's got some thrill moments to it. So I'm gonna do what I think for Expedition before starting with the stats. It has a height of 112 feet. The speed is 50 miles per hour. It's 4,424 feet of track. The duration is 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and its biggest drop is 80 feet. So, see, the stats aren't the best in terms of like speed and drop. It has a decent height, but that's like it has this like fake. It's a fake mountain. It's like a but I'm just gonna say it's a mountain, okay? And so it doesn't even seem like it maybe that high when you're on it. But there's a lift hill going up it that seems like a pretty decent sized lift hill. So yeah, so the elements is as a mine train like beginning, where the beginning of it is like the whole ride is basically not scale mine train, but the beginning of it is more like a mine train, where you have your first lift hill, and then you have a few like turns and stuff. Very gradual. They barely even dip. They don't even really bank. It just kind of meanders around, and then it goes up the main lift hill, and has a long lift hill that goes through like this one thing. I forgot. I think it's part of the mountain, and then it goes up to the top of the mountain. And then you have some dark. It takes you inside the mountain where you have some dark ride elements. Like the first thing that happens is you pull up to the back part of it, and there's a stripped piece of track, like it's dead ends, and there's this piece of track broken. And then you go backwards through like a long helix, and then you have like a shadow of a yeti or whatever it is that rips off a piece of track, and then you go forward, and then you drop out on the mountain. And it's an average drop. And when I rode this, I was much younger, so back then I was even a little scared of this ride when I was younger. But I'm basing this off of a little bit of that ride, but mostly because of what I think now. Obviously, if I rode it again, I would not be scared of it because it's a family coaster, and because I rode it like when I was 8 or something like that. Yeah. 2012. It's been a while, but yeah. So it's an average size drop. It has a backward section. Yeah, I'm talking about that. It has this pretty cool helix after that big drop out of the mountain. And after that, you go back into it like underground, and there's this big yeti. You may or may not see it when you're on the ride. I don't remember seeing it. I remember that I remember that big drop out of the mountain. I remember the first half more than the second half. But I remember, I think I did sit towards the back, I think. So, here's some pictures. Here's that big lift. Here's that lift hill going up to the top. And here's that drop coming out of it right here. And here's the sign. This is that piece after you go over the top here. You go here up to this, and this is where that broken piece of track is. Then you go backwards through this long helix, and then you have the shadow of this Yeti. Then you go forward. That's where you go on that drop. And then you go through this helix that I don't think I have a picture of right here. But then you go back into it, and this is where that's where you meet up with this guy here. Instead of just shadow, he's actually there. And this is that beginning part that I was talking about. Right after you leave the station, you kind of go through these random turns before going up the main lift hill. So yeah, it's a pretty good ride. And that's the end of this What I Think video. If you've ridden Expedition Everest, I keep wanting to say G-Force Expedition Everest, let me know what you think of it. It'd be interesting to. I think I'm actually going back with the course this year instead of going to Carowinds. We are going to to Disney, so I think I might be able to ride this again. I'm more excited for the Avatar area and also Star Wars. Yes, the Star Wars land and the fort and the what was it? The Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But I think when we went there, Animal Kingdom was my favorite park, and Magic Kingdom was kind of like my least favorite, to be honest. I'll be honest, I think Magic Kingdom was my least favorite. We didn't go to Epcot; they don't have any rides. That's more of an adult park, I think. For like back, I would obviously go there now. I'll try it out, but they don't really have rides. Not really for amusement. It's more like just about the themed lands, like it's themed to different countries and everything. So yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I think about Expedition G-Force. Let me know what y'all think about it. Comments below. I'll see you next time, Roller Coaster Gamers. Bye.